show you where I am. See if I can get you out there to the water. It's windy out there, so I don't know that I want to go out there and actually do any live. I did some recording a little while ago of all the birds and stuff, so I may go outside for a hot second, but for now, I just want to say, whoo, happy New Year's. Happy Ishtar, happy Ishtar, happy Estre. Happy time of fertilization. Happy New Year's when the sun sign is in Aries, the first sign of the astrological chart. Who loves the heights, who jumps to the occasion, who's a self-starter, a jumper. There, I know several Aries, and what I know of them is that they keep at it. They are very adamant about what their mission is, and they stay on it. They elevate to new heights. So anyway, there are 6 planets. This is called a stellium, a Stellium. When 6 planets they're in Aries. And so these 6 planets line up in this time of the new year as a motivator for everyone to get into, to kick things into gear, to start the process of the resurrection. You know, it's like a jump start. It's like, as they like jumping. The animal likes heights, you know, getting to the newest heights. But the Artemis 2 is also, it came in on April the 1st. It's a 10-day mission. It is also signifying these new starts. This is the first Black person, I believe, a Canadian, and a female that are on this moon mission. You know, 50 years ago we did this, and this is the first apparently moon mission, and we're circling. It's a loop, and it's, you know, the farthest whatever distance this is being traveled is the farthest that we've traveled away from the Earth. I don't know. This just doesn't sound right. Some of the things that come out as information, you know, every year, every other cycle or season, this is the last time you'll see this, and the sun is never going to do this again, and the planets are never going to do this and that and the other, you know, just like when we had the you know, because there's a season when we have these eclipses. So the season itself, when we have these seasonal eclipses, it's as though, you know, they keep saying, oh, it'll never happen. If it hasn't happened in 50 years, it isn't going to happen again. It's kind of like the cicadas was. When the cicadas used to come out, you could count on them every 10 years, every 7 years, every so often at a regular increment. But now the seasons are so desensitized, you know, because they've been so tampered with. It's just like when a woman takes these artificial hormones, you know, it alters. There are so many things that are altered that, you know, it's hard to get back to the natural flow of things if you're not aware of the signs and the symptoms. And the signs of the symptoms are the cicadas, you know, the circadian rhythm, aren't on the same system or synchronization that it used to be. Hey, y'all. It's a lot of you guys. Jarvog is. My name is Precious MotherLove. One Love and Wellness. Ashe. But yeah, I'm at the water, and I'm here representing what I'm sensing. I may be even downloading while I'm speaking, because I'm feeling so fertile, so overflowing, so ready to burst. Like I'm ready to give birth to what's about to happen. Now I got something lined up to happen on 420. So I'm almost ready for that. And that's kind of what I'm feeling like I'm readying myself for. But overall, this is the season of resurrection. This is death, burial, and resurrection. This is when the ice melts and the sun warms things up enough to begin the natural growths, the blooming. The cherry blossoms just blossomed, just had a pink full moon. We're still basking in its glow. There's a lot that's energetically happening, like the Sphinx lining up with the perfect east-west for the pyramid in Gaza. The in Gaza, the pyramid, the way it's lining up, it's, I was going to say systematically, specifically lines up with equal half, the equal east and west. The way the angle is, or the angel of light hits it, the shadow is evenly divided on the east and on the west. And so, this being the equinox timing as well, the first Sunday after the first Sunday after the equinox is usually Easter. Is it that full moon? I believe it's the first Sunday after the full moon for the equinox. How about that? All this lines up. All these things are energetically connected to us. And, if the females have a cycle that lines up with the lunar calendar as well, the blood in us, the liquid in us, we're the waves, the high tide, the low tide, all of that, that lines up with the female is now at a elevated high peak energy. The um, fertility is like me, including Big Mama, me. I'm fertile. I'm feeling it. I'm sensing it. I'm to the point where I I feel like the information is just coming sometimes too fast for me to even talk about, but I'm just lining it up and trying to put it out there the way it feels the best as far as to deliver. So the waters, Mother Earth's waters, I'm here at her bank. I was gonna say I made a deposit, but in any case, I'm here and feeling the need to tell you that this is the time to tap into that fertile flow, to tap into it energetically, to impregnate it with that which you and your Aries line up with. Whatever it's like, you do your vision board, or your what is it that you do on New Year's? You do your list of resolutions. This is the time to tap into the intentional energetic flow of this. The sun has risen, and at the same time, the sun also, its solar attraction, it and I get into this. The male's member is at a height as well. It's at a peak at this point. This is the time when a lot of we begin bearing our bodies a bit more. We begin to absorb the sun, to enjoy the rays, to absorb its nutritional values that we've been so covered up for during the winter. For us to amp up, for us to solarize, for us to energize as well. This energizer bunny kind of thing. There's this rabbit hole that I continue to go down around Easter, the April Fools, the easily caught fish, the reason why they changed it from this to that, the fall back, the spring forward. All of that is to throw off our natural sensitivities so that the average person does not tap into its natural instincts, its natural inclinations of seeing the big picture. And the biggest picture of all is that this rock is bursting at the seams as well. We've got folks flying off the handle. Things are shifting around on all levels, from the planets to folks that are leaders in leaderships. There's a lot of musical chairs that's going on, and the music, they're dancing to the Pied Piper, as he's not going to pipe down. He's definitely at a place where he's lining up his pips. He's got all these folks that are on his accord. It's definitely a time for us to click up, to sync up, to link up, to tribe up. Definitely a time for you to batten down the hatches, put the ball jars up on the shelf. Put your canned goods away and, stay ready, ever ready. I'm not trying to, bash, or how can I say, I'm not trying to push us to become more afraid of what's happening, because if you're prepared, if like the Energizer Bunny, I stay ready. So I'm just saying that this is the time that if we are able to stay in a ready mode, get all of your photographs lined up, get all of your music lined up, get all of your books lined up, get all of your contact information down, get, and whatever else that you feel like, food or batteries or, all the other essentials. I I attended a community emergency response team training, and so it allowed me to have certain tools, gave me instructions on, water lines, gas lines, um, you know, a fires, using extinguishers, using axes, built up, the basic training, the basic information, the basic knowledge of, fire starting, things, um, how to eat without having to cook per se, grow some stuff, put some stuff in the ground, start making some things that you can yourself, some of your favorites. So that's about it. That's the size of what's happening for me today. I did feel as though I had a little bit more on my plate that I wanted to share, but somehow I seem to be just gobbling it all up myself, and not necessarily as prepared as I thought I should be. I should have had my notes. But the more I think about it, the more I said enough. Hope you could chomp on that. And one love and wellness. Love plus art equals wellness. Heart happy hour. Precious mother love. Season 8. See you soon. Ashe. One love.